We have a hard time adjusting to the lifestyle we want to live and that can keep us healthier. The vast majority of us humans currently live in such a sickening way that at the end of our lives we'll have to deal with chronic diseases for an average of 19 years, while research has shown that this could be reduced to just 3 years. So why do we stick to our current lifestyle? Do we lack perseverance? Or is there something else going on? In the first 2 parts of our trilogy, Lifestyle as Medicine, we showed that we humans have unwittingly slipped into this sickening lifestyle. In this last part, we show that our brain structure ensures that most of us remain in an unhealthy learned lifestyle, but that it is absolutely possible to break free from this state. We humans have reached a degree of intelligence that will allow us to consciously change to a healthier lifestyle. We just barely use that intelligence and consciousness. Let's start with a bit of evolution of our brain. The human brain is the result of a long evolution that started hundreds of millions of years ago. Our oldest brain is 500 million years old, the reptilian brain, also known as our brainstem. This reptilian brain regulates, among other things, primary instincts such as reproduction, survival, stress, and fear, and forms an important part of our subconscious system, what Daniel Kahneman calls System 1 of our brain. This brain has a very powerful learning capacity and is responsible for most of the lifestyle habits. Through what we call classical conditioning, this brain ensures that everything we have learned is stored in our own personal lifestyle library. This part of the brain likes routine and automatisms to keep things running quickly and efficiently. Useful for many behaviors, but inconvenient if we haven't learned to live healthy. This brain, therefore, ensures that we continue to do what we've learned in terms of lifestyle. 300 million years later, a second brain develops in us, the mammalian brain, or the limbic brain. This part of the brain regulates emotions, motivation, and social behavior. As a result, we become stronger in communication and form habits in response to the positive or negative consequences of our behavior. This brain works mainly in the short term and links our reactions to strong emotions or expectations. This can also contribute to unhealthy behavior. For example, if we have learned to respond to negative emotions by eating more sweets. This brain also ensures that we continue to do what we've learned in terms of lifestyle in particular. In the remainder of this video series, we will refer to the reptilian and mammalian brains together as the programmed brain. These 2 brains have evolved over millions of years to anchor our learned behaviors in our subconscious. Sigmund Freud, founder of psychoanalysis, stated that we are slaves to this subconscious. Our rescue is our clever human brain, the neocortex, the brain where our intelligence, creativity, imagination, and self-awareness reside, and which makes conscious thinking possible. We call this brain the smart brain from now on. Dick Swab, professor of neurobiology, argues that with a little evolutionary therapy of our brains, we can become who we want to be, whereby he refers to making more and better use of this brain. With this brain, we make conscious choices. We give guidance and direction to our lives. We make plans, and we could condition our programmed brain in the direction of how we want to live. Our lives are much more makeable than we've always thought. However, due to the power of our programmed brain, our smart brain often goes in that direction, and we do things that we later regret. We activate this brain most of the time for less than 1%, so that the programmed brain and what has been learned remain dominant. If we leave our life and lifestyle to our programmed brain and make insufficient connection with our smart brain, life develops mainly on the basis of the past and the environment. However, we have entered a phase of our evolution that we may consider as a turning point. In the past 15 to 20 years, it has been unraveled how we can tame our programmed brain with our smart brain, or adjust it to how we want to live in life. What can we learn from this? We don't have to carry on with learned behavior for a lifetime. If you reward yourself for healthy behavior, you're more likely to stick with it. In the next chapter, we look at which phases our behavior goes through, from subconsciously programmed to a consciously healthier lifestyle.